Hey, so sometimes what you want to do is build yourself an online course, a mini course, a video course, but you don't want to build out all the solution you would need if you were using a full-blown LMS plugin. Those plugins are awesome. There's nothing wrong with them, but they are big and they are rich and they have a ton of features. And you go, oh, I don't know if I want to spend all my time configuring those. At the same time, you want total flexibility. You want to be able to do whatever you want to do. So how do you do that? You need three things other than WordPress, right? You need Restrict Content Pro, you need FluentCRM, and something from Uncanny called Automator. Those three things, that's all you need. I'm gonna show you right now how it's done. So I'm here looking at Restrict Content Pro, right? And what I did was I created a course, I know, super original, Course 1. And in creating that course, you'll see I put a price tag on it, and that was kind of it, right? Not complicated. I then went into WordPress and I said, let me build Course 1 and then under that, Lesson 1. And in Lesson 1, I brought in a YouTube video. But to be clear, I'm not using just YouTube. I'm using one more plugin called Presto Player. I'm using the Pro Edition, but Presto Player lets me take that YouTube URL and put it in there. You're gonna wonder, why are you doing that? I'll show you in a second. But if you go below the video, you'll see that that Restrict Content Pro lets me protect the membership, right? So members of this specific level, and I go Course 1. So I'm basically saying, only if you buy Course 1 do you get to go into Lesson 1 and see this video. You're going, okay, what's going on with the whole video thing? Well, most courses are video or text plus video, but this is important because I want to be able to send you emails after you finish watching the video. And you go, wait, how are you gonna do that? Let me show you. Over in FluentCRM, which I told you about, I added several different tags. One of those tags is Lesson 1 watched. And you're going, well, how am I gonna know if Lesson 1 has been watched? That's where Uncanny Automator comes in, because it's looking at Presto Player, which is now why you understand I was using Presto Player. Presto Player and Uncanny Automator talk to each other. So when Presto Player is done, when a person has finished watching video 1, I can apply Lesson 1 watched. And that lets me send out emails, right? Now, before we talk about sending out the emails, let's just say in FluentCRM, I can go create as many email campaigns as I want. So I have one for welcome and I have another one for onboarding. And of course, I have some follow-up emails. Remember, I told you, when you want to control every nuance, you can decide what you want to do and what you don't want to do. This is great. I have total flexibility and I'm not locked in by any particular LMS. So I have these sequences. But how do they work? Well, in Automator, I go in and create what's called a recipe. And I say, when someone buys Course 1, add them to the customer list, but also add them to the Course 1 list. Now, what do you think is going to happen when they get added to the Course 1 list, right? Yeah, there's an automation that says, hey, when you get added to that list, let's go in here and start the process. Send them the welcome email, wait a couple days, send them the onboarding emails. And you don't have to do 2 days, right? You can make it 2 hours if you want. So you have total control over how that plays out, right? The same thing happens if I say, hey, when someone finishes Presto watching that one video, add them a tag that says Lesson 1 watched. Well, you know what I'm going to do then, right? I come over here and I go, when Lesson 1 tag has been applied, send them this email from that other sequence. So I get total control, total flexibility, and all I need to use is Restrict Content Pro, Uncanny Automator, and FluentCRM, and I can do anything I want.